What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. All right, so this is the second time I make this video. First time I made it, there was something wrong with the audio, so I got to remake it. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the point. My last video was like 15 minutes long, and I can't even upload it because the audio's messed up. So hopefully this one's not that long. We'll see. So Sony came out with a presentation about the PS5. After a few days ago, I mentioned how I pretty much knew nothing about the PS5. I think the video was called "Where is Sony?" Right? So they come out with this presentation and they talk about the PS5. Now I waited a few days to make this video because I'm being honest with you, I am not technically savvy at all. So that presentation to me was way over my head. I have no idea what this dude was talking about. He's sitting there with a PlayStation background. He's got fake audience. What? He's got a fake audience. Like, I don't get it. And then he's talking about this stuff. The only thing I really got out of the presentation is that the PS5 is gonna have really fast load times. Really fast load times. Let me tell you what it felt like to me. You ever been in class or at a work meeting and someone is talking before you or someone has a presentation before it's your turn to go up there and their presentation, their project, whatever is amazing. They like blow it out of the water. The students in the class are even clapping. The one kid that's always sleeping in the back, he's happy about it. He's like just throwing popcorn and everything. It was like great. And then the teacher calls you up or your boss calls on you, hey, so what you got accomplished for this month or whatever. And you only got a one-page paper and you realize at that moment that you better add a lot of fluff to it. You better figure out a way to add a lot of fluff to it. That's what this PS5 presentation felt like to me. Like they saw what Xbox did, giving the Xbox Series X to YouTubers, letting them break it down, put it apart, put it back together, play actual games. And then Sony was like, the teacher calls on Sony, all right, Sony, it's your turn. And they were like, it's too late to ask for an extension. You've already asked for your extension, so now you got to go up there and you got to present whatever you have. So they go up there and they talk about the PS5 and throw all this fluff into it. But here's the crazy thing. It kind of worked. For me at least, let me explain. This is how it kind of worked. They said enough and not enough at the same time that I'm still confused. hmm They said enough and not enough for me to not be like, the PS5 is trash. They still got me in this place like I don't know. So the PS5 is gonna be able to do similar things to what the Xbox Series X does. It just does it differently. Man, let me tell you, that is some game, man. That is some game. Sony is running game, and ah, they doing good. It's like they Sony's talking to you like, come on, dog. We Sony, you know us. We Sony, baby. Don't you remember the PS4? Yeah, we Sony. We know how to do this. You know we know how to do this. Stick around. Don't leave yet. Hold on. And I'm sitting there like, but Microsoft, but but Microsoft 13 teraflops. Yeah. We got 10, but we running it at a higher hertz, which our 10 is equivalent to their 13 because the way the math works and and I don't know if this is true or not. I have no idea if this is true or not. So I'm just like, yeah, that do kind of make sense. Yeah, that do kind of make sense. That do, yeah. And they're like, yo, don't you come on, man. You want to be able to load Spider-Man, you know, 15 seconds faster than you did last year. And I'm sitting there like, you right. Those 15 seconds of my life were very important. You You right. They're very important. I do want to be able to load games faster. Do I really? I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it kind of worked because now I don't know enough to throw the PS5 out. I don't. All I know is that as of right now, as of today, I'm saving money for the next generation of consoles. And the first one that I'm going to get, if you had to ask me right now, will be the Xbox Series X because I'm a little bit more confident into what that thing could do. See, this is the way it's explained to me. I think maybe PC Gamer had an article on it. The Xbox Series X is equivalent to a RTX 2080. Now, for me, right, someone who plays on PC, I know that if I have a RTX 2080, I can run pretty much every single game on the market right now at ultra settings and still get my 60 frames per second. With a 2080, if there's a game out there with a 2080 that I can't run at ultra settings and get 60 frames per second, 60 frames per second, it's a developer's fault. The game is not optimized. Yeah, there you go. I said it. So that a 2080 or RTX 2080, are you kidding me? That's a crazy powerful graphics card. You'll probably be able to play at ultra settings at 1440p with that thing, right? So when you're telling me that the Xbox Series X is equivalent to a RTX 2080, and I know what some of you guys are gonna say, it's not. You can't compare it. It's not apples to oranges. Okay, fine, dog. A 2070, a RTX 2070 is still strong. It's still strong, but at least you're giving me a comparison that I can actually relate to. Sony, is this thing equivalent to a RTX 2080 as well? That's all I want to know. Make it that simple. Make it that simple. That's all I want to know. The whole memory thing, like that's I don't understand it. I'm just being honest with you. I don't understand it. I just want to know what type of graphics I'm gonna get on this thing, what type of frame rate I'm gonna get on this thing, and then what games I'm actually getting on this thing. That's it. That's all I want to know. Microsoft. Oh, I want to know what it looks like too. Show me what this thing looks like at least. Please show me what it looks like. So I gotta know if I gotta put it in front of the TV or if I gotta hide it behind somewhere because the thing is hideous. The Xbox Series X to me looks dope. I think that thing looks. I like the way it looks. Some people don't, right? So I guess each his own. I like the way it looks. I think the Xbox One S looks better than the PS4, right? But sometimes it's just personal preference. It is what it is. But Sony did enough. They gave me enough fluff to keep me in this limbo space. And maybe that's what they were trying to do. So if that was your intent, Sony, good job. You did it. You gave me enough fluff where I'm just kind of like, do I want to get a PS5? Do I want to get a Xbox Series X? I want to get an Xbox Series X, but I don't want to get rid of the idea of getting a PS5 just yet. So that's where I stand. Now, some of you out there, man, I really don't know what it is. Maybe there's a Sony gang, maybe there's an Xbox gang. I don't know. There's definitely a PC gang because Lord, you talk bad about PC gaming, oh my Lord, they coming after you. But here's the thing, guys, right? It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, you have some brand, loyalty, whatever, but are if the Xbox Series X is really better than the PS5, are you just gonna keep denying it? I know there was Xbox fans that denied that the PS4 was better than the Xbox. Like you can't deny it. It it just is what it is. It is what it is. You cannot deny it, right? Talking in terms of like power and games look better on the PS4 versus the original Xbox. Like there's plenty of videos. You can go to Digital Foundry if you don't believe me. Look it up. Cross-platform games look better on the PS4, run better on the PS4 than they do on the Xbox. It is what it is. Okay, whatever. You can argue if you want. And then you got the PC gamers that are like really upset whenever you mention that this next generation console is gonna be able to compete against PC. They're gonna be like, no, they can't. Look, man, look. Here's the deal. The next generation consoles. Oh, I really don't know about Sony. I don't know what the hell Sony's doing right now. But As far as the Xbox Series X, and if the PS5 is kind of similar, does the same thing in a different way, like they said, if they manage to do what they promise, 60 frames, 4K, right? That is going to destroy a lot of the rigs that are out there right now. Your PC might not be able to compare against this thing, but that's okay because guess what you could do? And you know you could do this. You can upgrade. So you could go ahead and drop $600 on a RTX 2080 so that you can match the Xbox Series X or surpass it, right? Maybe your RTX 2080 will surpass it because everything is not apples to oranges, right? So maybe you'll be able to or apples to apples, you'll be able to surpass it. But to just sit here and just deny that if these systems come out, especially for the price point of like $600, that it's not worth getting this over jumping into PC gaming, unless you're gonna drop a whole lot of money into PC gaming right off the bat. There's no point. There's no point. I would wait until the next generation of console comes out and see what the systems are like. And if they promise what they're saying they're gonna promise, then look, man, the only point of getting a PC is if you're going to destroy it, if you're going to knock it out the water. In my opinion, again, that's my opinion. Now, if you want a PC to do other stuff, I'll give you a good example. If you want to play older games, right, backwards compatibility, I think PC is the best platform for backwards compatibility because old games still look better on PC. Let's talk about that. So Sony tells us in their presentation that they're going to be able to play PS4 games. Cool, cool. To a PC gamer, backwards compatibility is like, we've been able to play old games, and our old games look better. But then they said only about 100 titles are going to be able to be played on the new PS5. Why? 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 Why only 100? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. The backwards compatibility part, though, to be honest with you, everybody wants backwards compatibility, but how much do you actually use backwards compatibility? Be honest, how much do you actually use it? I don't know. Now the Xbox Series X, though, what they're saying is that their backwards compatible game are going to be running at higher frames and stuff, if I understood it correctly, on the Xbox Series X. Okay, now hold up. Now you got my attention. So if Sony, if you're doing something similar to that, then okay, I want to play Uncharted 4 at freaking 60. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're gonna patch Uncharted 4 so we can play it at 4K 60 frames. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. But we'll see what this actually means. So Sony, I got it. Your load times are gonna be crazy fast. You're you can do the same thing that Xbox Series X does, just differently. Look, man, that fluff is good. That game is good. You got me. I'm sticking around. I'm still waiting to see. I'm not getting rid of you. I'm not breaking up. I'm not breaking up. We're not breaking up our relationship, Sony. You got me. I'm gonna give you another chance in this abusive relationship where you don't speak and you don't tell me your feelings. You're trying to be extra alpha, not telling me how you feel about me. So you're just giving me scraps. You're feeding me scraps. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, guys, that's all I got, man. I waited, like I said, I waited a few days to make this video because I really wanted to get an idea of what this Sony presentation was. After a few days, I still don't feel any better than from the first day. So I said, let me go ahead and drop this video, see what people got to say. So leave your comments down below. Let me know, what do you think about that Sony PS5? What do you think the PS5 is going to be like? Is the Xbox Series X more powerful than the PS5? And if so, by how much? Is it even going to matter? Um, it's just a lot of fluff in that presentation. I even think one of his titles was like Finding Dreams or something, Fulfilling Dreams or something. Like, what? Like, hey, dog, game recognized games. It is what it is. Dog 1985, yo, there's levels to this. There's when it's your turn to go up to present something after that person that just knocked it out of the park. Your level of fluff better be good. We out. Peace.